baby, I want you. Hello, it is Courtney, aka Edge of Sledge on Instagram. And if you know me, you are asking, where are your glasses and why is your hair down? Well, my darlings, with blue light refractory glasses and a ring light, my face looked like a Pink Floyd concert. Very simple answer for that. So I spared you that. You're welcome. Today we're going to get straight into Aperture. I am starting these video tutorials with Aperture because it is the one thing that trips everybody up when they first start to learn manual mode photography. There are 3 different pillars of manual mode photography. We're starting with the hardest one. We're getting right into the meat and cheese, people. Okay. So if you saw my first 5 or 6 pictures on Instagram, my first 5 or 6 posts, I explained Aperture really well. I broke it down. Go back and look at that. It's very easy to understand. If you've not seen it, go back and look at those and then come back to this video. Either way, it'll make sense. It's super easy. So if you Google Aperture, super confusing. We're going to learn it the real easy way, which is a very simple correlation between the f-stop or the f number and the amount of your picture that is in focus. All Aperture means is focus. If you have ever used portrait mode on your iPhone, you are using Aperture. You just did not realize it. So Aperture is measured in f-stops. The higher the f-stop, the more of your picture will be in focus. The lower the f-stop, the less of your picture will be in focus, and the more bokeh in the background you're going to have. Bokeh is the blurred out background. It's actually the Japanese word for haze. So on a DSLR, every DSLR I've ever seen has an Aperture priority mode. It's the one I like to shoot in the most. Aperture on my phone and on most Canons looks like this. It looks like AV. I've told my camera that Aperture is a priority here. So when I turn on my camera, it's gonna go ahead and go straight to f-stop. That's what's highlighted. So it's gonna say, all right, that's the priority. What do you want it to be? And then I can turn my wheel here, wherever the wheel is on yours, and it'll change that f-stop. See, it's changing as I spin my wheel here. So if you're not ready to practice that on a DSLR yet, then you can practice it very easily on your iPhone. I'm gonna do a screen recording tutorial for you on my iPhone. I'm gonna show you how you can actually manually adjust Aperture on your iPhone. I'm a visual learner, most people are. So I want you to watch this next part of this video, and it is a really simple correlation between the f-stop number and the focus of your picture. So from my photography app, just like you have on your iPhone, you're gonna open up your camera and you're gonna switch it on over to portrait mode down here. Now get a good amount of distance away from your object, and when you're at the right distance, swipe up. Anywhere in this camera grid, you're gonna swipe up and you'll see your choices down here change, and you'll see your F. And you know that F for f-stop is Aperture, so we're gonna choose our F. And you can see it starts us out down here at this ticker at a 4.5. 4.5 is kind of middle of the road for Aperture. We can move it down to like a 2, which means less in focus, and watch your background as you move that number down, how much less of it is in focus. It even tries to start to blur out some of those leaves on the edge. So now we're gonna bring it back up. Again, 4.5 is about middle of the road. We're gonna bring it on up to 16, the highest it goes, and you can see more of your background is in focus. So play with that. Get in your mind the correlation between a lower number and what that does for your bokeh in the background and middle of the road, and then a higher number such as 16. Simple as that. If you got any information from this or you found this helpful, like and follow and subscribe for more updates.